Hi, my name's Marlene Cameron, and I'm here to talk about stress. Boy, we hear a lot about stress these days. Stress about work, about the pandemic, about the economy, about jobs, about people's well-being, about their health. There just seems to be no end of things to be stressed about. Some would even suggest that stress is sort of like our default state, since there are so many things that could potentially be a source of distress for us. But I came across an understanding some time ago that showed me that stress is not something that happens to us. It's something that happens from within us, specifically from in our own thinking, and especially our overthinking. So I've come to understand that the number one source of stress is actually overthinking. And there's a number of ways that we can engage in overthinking. So I picked the top 5. So the first one is you imagine all sorts of worst case scenarios. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if she does this? What if he says that? And trying to deal with something that's not actually happening in the present moment. We can't go out into the future and resolve something that's not there. The second thing is wondering what other people think of us. This is such a biggie. Like, I think I've heard this from everybody. Like, what will they think of me? It doesn't matter how confident you are, how self-assured you are. We can still have bouts of the what will they think. Number 3 is that you assume something that happened in the past is going to happen again. Well, they said that last time, or that happened last time. But we know that the past doesn't exist anywhere in the universe. And so to assume that would happen again really is just a figment of our imagination. We're using our thinking to create more distress. Number 4, which is also a very popular mode of overthinking, is you tell yourself you're not good enough. You don't have the right credentials, the right experience. You don't have the right contacts. And in spite of the fact and all of the evidence that you've done just fine up to now. And as human beings, we all make blunders, but for the most part, you've done okay. And you will continue to do okay. And you're probably way more competent than you believe yourself to be. The 5th thing is that you believe your feelings and your emotions are coming from circumstances, events, people, and things outside of yourself. This is never the case. All of our emotions and feelings and moods actually come from our own thinking. And you're wondering, like, no, that person said something and that really upset me, or that really annoyed me. But when you start to understand that it's your emotional response is coming from your thinking about the event or the situation, you get to see that it's not really happening in the moment. So to give you an example, if we believe that things outside of us caused us to react a certain way, we would all react the same way. So you're in a traffic jam and you're okay with it. You're listening to the radio. It's a pretty nice day. And the person beside you is having a complete meltdown. They're so frustrated and angry. So obviously their experience of the traffic jam is a whole lot different than your experience of the traffic jam. And essentially it comes through our thinking about the traffic jam. So essentially a busy overthinking mind is the culprit in our experience of stress. We feel anxiety, pressure, depression, discouragement, lots of doom and gloom, and it's essentially coming from within us. So when we understand that it's this overthinking or ruminating or agonizing is the source of our distress, and we know that a quiet mind is the solution, you probably know how to do that too. If you're on a hamster wheel of your thinking, you can get off. If you're on a train of thought, just get off at the next stop. Or if you're in a big thought storm, going around and around, thinking about something, just seek shelter. You can take your dog for a walk. You can go for a bike ride. You can watch a funny video. You can call and have a chat with your friend. Anything to take your mind away or your attention away from the thinking that's causing you distress in the moment. Our default state, if you will, or something that's actually built into our psychological system, is well-being and calm and presence, kind of like the calm eye of the hurricane. And if you think about the hurricane being our swirling thoughts, in the middle of that is peace and quiet. And so you can go there at any time, since you know how to do that. You've done it before many times. And take the pressure off yourself to try to figure things out in the head, in your head, and just let things come to a calm, peaceful place in your own mind. And you'll be able to handle anything that comes along. So Marlene Cameron, we'll see you next time.